Good morning everyone. Welcome to a new vlog. The cars on the street welcoming you to. It is Monday, it is a new week. I'm afraid I don't have a plant update for you today because I didn't go to a plant shop on the weekend and buy any new plants. I spent my weekend watching Formula 1 and working on my presentation for Figma's conference that's coming up on Thursday. By the time you see this vlog, it will have already happened, like last week potentially, if I'm remembering my upload schedule correctly. But yeah, that's what I spent the weekend working on. I've just been going through it this morning too and refining a little more. Here's a little sneak peek of my slides and the style that I like to do them in. I just like to mix this block text, which is Averta, my favorite font, with handwritten stuff. And yeah, I think it's working out well. I think I mentioned in the vlog where I told you I'm going to be speaking at Config that this talk is one I've given before. First, it was a workshop that I did at Epicurrents a couple years ago. Then I've been at a talk at several meetups since then. But this is the first time doing it properly at like a big conference, you know, as a talk rather than a workshop. So I spent a lot of time over the weekend going through, refining it a lot, just making sure it's really tight and succinct. And I'm gonna close my door because that is annoying. I feel like it's in a really good place now, and there was definitely like, you know, just a lot of improvements I needed to make points land better, to better structure information. So I did give it quite the overhaul. And I'm really looking forward to presenting it. I think it's gonna be good. Kind of unsure how it's gonna go presenting virtually because I'm gonna be standing like right here to present my conference talk, and it's just not gonna be the same as being on a stage, you know, and having real-time feedback from the audience when I make a joke or attempt to make a joke, things like that. But I think it's gonna be good because it requires no travel, and after I finish my talk I can go straight back to work, so I don't really need to take time off to speak at this conference, which is very nice. The one thing I'm a little nervous about is I have to present through Google Slides, and I'm very used to Keynote. What I've done is export all of my Keynote slides as images, and just added, you know, an image here into Google Slides. And I need to go through now and copy through all of my speaker notes in as well. And then later on today, I think it's at like 1 o'clock, I have a dry run practice with someone from Figma on the technology that they are presenting the conference on, so that I can, you know, feel comfortable with it. So yeah, hopefully that'll help and I'll be feeling fine after that. I'm wondering, like, should I use my clicker? I have a little clicker that I've used at conferences in the past. It's been a while since I talked at a conference though, so I'm not sure where it is. But that could be nice. Like, I want it to feel as much like I'm presenting to them as possible and not like I'm like sort of sitting here on my computer and reading from a screen, you know. Anyway, it's taken me longer than I expected this morning to do like another pass through my slides to check that I'm happy with everything. I did a practice, like speaking it out loud as well, just to myself in this room. Need to get the speaker notes in, and then I need to do a workout to start my day. I'm already feeling like it's too late, it's nearly 10 o'clock and I haven't like started work yet, so do I have time for a workout? But I know on days that I don't take the time to do a workout, they always end up just as a shit day, to be honest. So I know it's gonna be worth it if I take the time to do that. So let's get a hustle on and put these speaker notes in. Okay, cool. I feel like this Google Slides thing is gonna be okay. Check out this, what's happening down here. I popped out the notes and it pops out as a separate window here. So I think that when I share my screen, I can just share this one and then I'll be able to see my notes perfectly fine. And yeah, you can be in here and use the arrow keys and it moves along the next one. And it is really cool that, and this is why they asked us to use Google Slides, is because it has captions here. And so that makes, you know, my talk more accessible. Wow, I cannot believe how accurate this is. Well, not just then, but in general. It's been very accurate and understanding my accent, so that's really cool. Okay, well, now that I complimented it, it's doing terribly. Who the f is Sandy Max? had my little rehearsal thing. They've got, yeah, a really good system set up for a virtual conference, so I think it's going to go well, and it was good to have the time to practice, you know. I think this is where it feels very different to just being a guest on a webinar. They're treating it as they would a real live conference event where you would have like a time to practice your talk. Actually, you know what? Not every conference does that, but I'm realizing now that the conferences that I felt I've done best at have had a time to like practice on the stage with the tech setup. Now I think I'm gonna eat lunch because it is nearly 2 o'clock, but I didn't eat breakfast today. And so I'm gonna eat lunch and then get back into doing stuff for the day. Some non-Figma talk related things. I started coding a page this morning, this page here, for our pro plan that we're launching. We had this page here. This is just a page in WordPress. You know, it's not custom coded. It's just in, you know, set up in WordPress. So it's not great as a page. It's all in one column and not looking super marketing-y or very convincing and all of that. And so I started being like, how quick could I just code a page instead, you know, as like one of our real feature pages. So I feel like this is gonna work. I need to export the images and do some like alternating side stuff with these points so it's not just like images in a row. I will tune back in after lunch and show you how I've gone. I'm really proud of myself, everybody. I managed to code this page here. Let me just give you a quick scroll down it. In about 2 hours. And that included having to put together a couple of images. They're very basic. This one and this one and this one. But this, I think, is so much better than the last page was that I showed you. I have now submitted a pull request so that Corey can check it over and make sure that there wasn't anything I don't know, overlooked. But I think it's gonna be good. Like, I think this is gonna be way better than what we had before. It's not my finest work. It's a pretty boring page. But you know what? It's gonna be fine. And that's just the kind of thing we have to do sometimes. And I'm just pleased that I managed to get this done in 2 hours. Sometimes I get in these moods where I'm working when I get into like a super flow state because I am listening to a song that I'm really enjoying on repeat. And I mean like literally on repeat. Let me show you my like listening history for the past hour or so. It's just been this same one song by All Time Low for a while, but it's been helping me focus, so that's great. Tell me if that's something you do too. When you work, do you listen to music at all, first off? And then if you do, are you like a listen to albums person? Are you a playlist person? Or are you like me where every now and then you just find us the one song and you listen to it on repeat until you're freaking sick of it? Because that's what I tend to do. I listen to songs on repeat and then I listen to my Spotify on repeat playlist, which like, you know, automatically gathers together all the songs you've repeated. I would bet that this song is gonna be near the top of it now after today. Good morning, everybody. What the f is my hair doing today? Today is Thursday. I thought that it'd be fun in this vlog to show you the day that I do my talk and yeah, be able to tell you how all that goes in case that is interesting to you. I think on Monday I was saying that I did a lot of, you know, revising of my talk and everything like that, and I've kept revising it this week. I've been practicing daily at it, feeling confident about it, feeling like I've got it down to the right length. When I practiced this morning it was about 21 minutes and they've asked me to keep it to 25, and so that's good. I can probably like, you know, breathe a little bit more throughout as I'm going through it. But yeah, I'm gonna do one more practice, perhaps soonish. I don't normally like to practice too close to the day, but because I feel like I left the practicing until kind of late. I feel a lot of responsibility when speaking at a conference that people are there and they've like, in this case it's a free conference, so they haven't like paid money to be there, but they're still paying with their time, right? I wanna make sure I'm giving them the best quality version of a talk that I can. I've been to too many conferences myself where the talk has been, you know, kind of shit. And I don't know, the speaker just didn't put enough thought into teaching and it was all just them like, oh, I'm on stage, I'm just gonna like show you my portfolio and talk through it. I just don't think those kinds of talks are very useful for people, and so I want to make sure that whatever I do, whenever I am presenting at a conference, my talk is refined and like has a clear point and like clear takeaways that I want the person to have, and that I present it well too. So yeah. One more practice round and then at about 5 o'clock today my time is when my talk is. Woo! I'm gonna do it from right here in my office. I think I'm actually gonna wear this t-shirt as well. This is a Bring Me the Horizon merch, and like, I don't know, I just like it, so why not? But I'm gonna do my hair nice, I think, and maybe put some makeup on as well. Before that though, we got some work to do. It was a couple of weeks ago now in a vlog, must have been, that I talked about the fact that I was looking for a designer to do the next version of our coffee table book series that we publish at ConvertKit. It's officially going to be a series now with this one because this is the second book. I went through all 111 pages of this PDF. Here's a sneak peek, quick sneak peek of some book stuff. I'm gonna go fast so you can't really see it too much, but it's looking really cool and I'm really liking it. I'm going through and looking at other people on the team's feedback, making sure it's all collated for the designer, because I know as a designer it's really like chaotic when you get feedback from lots of different angles. So for this project I'm like managing the design process of it and being the one to collate feedback from the rest of the team, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm just going through and doing that. I've also got to design a couple of icons today. I've got to give a presentation in our team meeting later today as well. It's like a day of presenting apparently, so I've got to prepare for that. Oh, and do a wireframe. Okay, it's going to be a busy day, so maybe I should stop vlogging and get into it. I just tuned in for the opening keynote of Config, and there is such a cool vibe going on in this online conference. It's like wild to me that they've managed to capture that with, like, I guess it's a combination of their team driving the hype, the conference software they chose to use online. I'm just really impressed that they've managed to capture some sort of like, you know, the vibe and excitement of being at a conference and like having stuff announced. And I felt it just then watching Dylan, their CEO, present some new features that are coming up. So that was really cool, and it's gotten me very excited for my talk later on today. I'm gonna do another quick run through now, I think, before moving on with getting a digital version of the wireframe that I was just working on done. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I have done my makeup, done my hair, looking a bit more presentable, which always makes me feel more confident to go and present something. I'm watching the live stage right now and I feel like I'm having to whisper because it's like people on stage. But yeah, I've been joining the talk before mine, just seeing how things going. I'm in like a little separate backstage area so I can talk to the stage managers and they're like gonna warn me just before it's time to go on. Yeah, it all seems very, very, very well organized, this conference. And I've been seeing lots of people on Twitter, yeah, sharing things that they're learning. So I'm really excited to see what people share from my talk. One of my favorite things to see when I like do a talk, do a presentation, is what notes struck a chord with people. And I usually tell that by what they chose to, like, if it's in person, take a picture of, you know, a slide on the screen and share. But here, maybe there'll be some screenshots, or I don't know, we'll see what happens, but I'm looking forward to finding out. I feel ready, feeling confident, just need to do some deep breaths so that I don't talk so fast. Okay, I just finished my talk. It went really well, and now I'm like scrolling through Twitter and looking at all the things people said. This slide here, which I knew was going to be a good one, is one that people have shared a lot. Oh my gosh, there are so many things people are saying. Check out this. Someone's cat watching my talk. Great, love to teach a cat. Yeah, that was super fun. I'm so happy with how that went. The talk before me, they were having some audio issues, like the conference was, and so I was like, am I gonna like go over time, or I don't know, things gonna be stressful? But it went great. The team were very professional and like got things sorted, and yeah, the reaction was awesome. I like scrolled through the chat after my talk and was checking out, yeah, what people were saying and noticing. And along with my talk, I think I said before, I can't remember, I for a worksheet, so people come to this page to download it, and I just checked, let me refresh, in ConvertKit to see how many people have downloaded it already. We got 55 already have downloaded the worksheet to work through. So I hope that means that those 55 people are actually going to take the time to go through it and have some like impact on them, you know? That's the hope anyway. But yeah, I feel really good about that. And I'm sure that my Twitter mentions are going to keep being on flame emoji for the rest of the day. Now I've got to roll into another presentation for work and our team meeting, so I'm just gonna like ride this wave and ride this endorphin high all the way into that to finish off the day. finished the like second presentation for the day, and I also just realized I wanted to say that I found my clicker. I think I mentioned that earlier in the vlog, or maybe I was just thinking about it, I don't know. I found it and I'd been practicing with it. As soon as I got into doing the actual talk, it didn't work. I like clicked it twice, it didn't work for me, and I was like, I'm not gonna spend time trying to make this work, I've got to keep going, because I was like talking through this time, so I just switched and used my keyboard, and I think it was fine. You know, you gotta be able to adapt. I finished that wireframe. I can't remember what I've shown you in this vlog or not. My brain is like getting foggy because it's been like, I've been on today so much, but yeah. Got a wireframe done, so that's good, along with some other things. Yeah, there's still some things on my to-do list I didn't get done, but that's okay. I feel like that always happens. I tend to always overbook myself every day. But anyway, thank you for watching this vlog and seeing my experience of speaking at a remote conference, at a virtual conference. It was really fun. I definitely want to do it again now that I know how it went. I wish I knew how many people watched my talk, but I do know that over 80 people now have downloaded that worksheet, and so, you know, I'm guessing there was at least a couple hundred watching, because obviously not everyone's going to take action. My Twitter is still blowing up with people saying stuff, really nice things. That's really cool. Feels really good. I don't know, it's just such a nice feeling when a message lands, when you put together something of like trying to share the way you think about something and what's worked for you, and it works for people. For anyone wondering, the talk is going to be out on the Figma YouTube channel in October, they said, so I will make sure to do like a YouTube community post, which I like never do, when that comes out, so that you'll see it, but I'll also like share it out on my social media and things, so follow me over there if you're not already. Thanks for watching this vlog. I hope you've had a good week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Melancholy kaleidoscope, it's alright. Can be 100 if you're only given 95.